Hello and welcome back, everybody. Here we are in MLB 24 Angels franchise series here, and we are kicking off spring training with year number 2. We have some new additions to the squad, and one of them being Shane Bieber, a former Cy Young Award winner in 2020, and we are looking forward to see what he can do for the Angels, as he is going to be in LA for 5 years. Signed him to a 5-year contract, $22 million a year. But we are excited to see what he can bring to this rotation. He is a veteran presence, and he's going to help out the young guns in this pitching rotation until Reed Detmers is ready to overtake him as an ace. Detmers last season definitely improved during the end of the year, but we definitely need a solid ace in our rotation to help out Mike Trout make the playoffs. And for 5 years, we're excited to see what he can do with an Angel rotation spot, as he does have some nasty. Let's look at that fastball. He paints the black. Shane Bieber. He's also got the nasty knuckle curve he uses quite well as well. And Bobby Witt Jr. Fastball is not catching up to that one. It's a nice combo to use with his fastball. And Shane Bieber looking impressive in his spring training debut, getting things done. 2 strikeouts, and he's got some nasty stuff. We are looking forward to seeing him for the rest of year 2. Next episode, he will be hitting opening day. Starter job, probably. Reed Detmers might challenge for it, but it is Shane Bieber's job to lose. Now on a full count, give off a leadoff double, and now he's got back-to-back hits. Well, he's got to try and find his groove here. That is still spring training, so back-to-back hits, not what you want to see, but see if he can get out of this jam. And he does just that with a pinpoint location fastball on the black. Now full count, Renfroe. This one not called. A little bit of 50-50 going on there with the umpire. Now full count, Drew Waters. Man they got from Atlanta. Zach Neto for 1. But Drew Waters' speed beats out the double play. Shane Bieber doing a nice job trying to force that, but the speed threat's too much. And Shanuel lets another one go past him, as he's still sleeping at first base. So the Royals do get 2 runs here in the top of the second. Melendez getting an RBI. Garcia out to Moniak. And Moniak makes the play. You'd like to see that. But 2 runs, 3 hits through 2 innings. Shane Bieber just trying to get the feel of things here. Trying to get his defense involved. And this time Shanuel is ready for it, as they lead off the third with a slow grounder. Not too hard hit at him. Don't want to scare him too much. Bobby Witt Jr. He struck out earlier. Looking for something to hit. And that's going to be a liner right at Zach Neto. 2 up, 2 down. Shane Bieber looking solid. We're excited to see what he can do with the 1-2 count, and he does strike him out with the slider there. He's got some nasty movement. He doesn't have a high velocity, but he's got really good control of his pitches. Very accurate. And he doesn't give up many home runs either. He's looking forward to winning another Cy Young this year. And just in case we do have to trade Mike Trout, if it does come down to it, here is the best offers that we have on the table for Mike Trout from every team right now. And honestly, it's just a lot of these trades I wouldn't even do. Maybe Bobby Witt, but that makes no sense in real life. Minnesota, possibly this trade. But not trading him to a division rival, no way in hell. That's going to never happen. Michael Harris II, I would want more than him for Mike Trout. But if he's 35, that's a different story. Marlins, Jazz Chisholm, and yeah, maybe, possibly. Cubs, Nico Horner, Bellinger, Hunter Green, Sal Frelick, Devin Williams. O'Neal Cruz, Nolan Gorman, Richard Ann. There are some interesting Arizona. Arizona might be the place where we trade Mike Trout if it comes down to it. They have probably one of the better trade offers out there so far. But this is only looking at Jackson Holiday. Maybe. But that's only looking forward to the future. Right now we're still focused on keeping Mike Trout. He's a big piece of this franchise. And right now we're going to jump into one of our other free agent signings that we got in the offseason. We didn't go out and sign a huge big name in free agency. We kind of wanted to add depth and there's a lot of holes on this roster, so we want to try and fill them as much as we can. And the Reds, they're going with Andrew Abbott. Starting things off here in this spring training game, he got hit hard in his first appearance. 1 inning of work, ERA 27, whip of 4. Oh man. And we are taking a look at Jefferson Caro today. A former Brewers catcher. We did acquire him at the deadline last year, and he's now turned into our #1 prospect in the organization. He is the only one in the top 100 for the Angels in year 2. We're excited what he can do. He's got good vision at the plate. He does need to work on his power a bit, but he's from Venezuela. His brother is in this MLB system as well. He probably will be MLB ready this year. If there is an injury to one of the catchers, he can come up. But as a full-time guy, that won't be decided until he performs in the MLB this season. Santander strikes out. That was the big bat we signed in the offseason. Not great to see that. Needs to get his vision checked. Moniak had some injuries last year, only 16 home runs. Looking to break that in year 2. We're excited to see what he can do, but he strikes out there. Andrew Abbott just peeling through people right now. That'd be a young pitcher we could keep an eye on too. Andrew Abbott. Looks like he's got some nasty stuff. Brett Batty, he is battling for a job here in spring training. See if he can try and take his job, as he does put one in play, but that's going to be ground out. So Cuero stranded at first, only 1 hit. Now bases loaded, 0-1 count, and he just gets on top of that 12-6 curve. Nasty pitch from Abbott's double play. Carroll can't do anything with bases loaded. My goodness. Alright, TJ Friedel, 0-2 count, bottom third. Sandoval, he's looking solid here in his spring training debut. And Cuero, pop-up play, and he is got it. My goodness. He's got some vision, I say. He is definitely going to be starting the year in AAA. But all depends on how he performs. He could be there until September. And if there's injuries and he's not playing up to his potential, then we might go out and sign a veteran catcher just to be that replacement till either Carson Kelly or Logan O'Hoppe is back and healthy. Anthony Santander, he struck out twice in this game. Oh man, oh man. Oh, he puts one in the air, but this one not going to be deep enough here. So he almost hit the button the wrong way. Almost get caught. We've done that so many times before. Anyway, nope. That's not the way I wanted to go. Mickey Moniak, 1-2 counts. Reds are up 5-2. Got 1 run in. And he strikes out again. Connor Phillips gets him with a sinker. Brett Batty with a batty friend. Come on. We don't have the speed to steal, manager. Well, go when he's... But that's going to be striking him out anyway. Alright. We tried. TJ Friedel. Looks like he's having himself a pretty solid day. 0-2 count. Oh, ho, ho, ho. He was swinging for the fences. But he pops this one up instead. And Carroll. I would probably compare him to Gabriel Moreno. He might be just a little bit under his skill level, but both from Venezuela, both a catcher. And if he can grow into a Gabriel Moreno type player, that would be amazing. As the Angels are having a rough spring, 1-6 so far. Not the signs you wanted to see here, as the Cubs will be taking them on here in some game action. And LA trying to get a couple of wins here, trying to find some jobs. Jordan Wicks mixing his second spring training appearance. 4 innings of work, ERA of 9, WHIP 2.75. I mean, the last pitcher had an ERA of 27. Didn't do anything against him. Santander's rough spring. So we're taking a player lock on him, trying to get his game going. And a hanging curve. That one doesn't leave the park. That's lined out to right field. Man, oh man. We're hoping we can see some potential of Santander's power, but that fastball, we swing under it. Tried to swing for the fences. Strikes him out. We did sign him to be the DH, but he can come in as the outfield too, if our outfielders are tired. And there's the hanging curve we wanted to see. Get smoked out of here off the sign in right field. There you go, his first home run of the spring. Santander, we got big expectations for him. He kind of grew into his role later on as he got into his mid to late 20s. As he was considered just a fourth man for Baltimore for the longest time. Until he finally found his power in Baltimore, started winning games. Definitely a big add in free agency here. Yeah, we could have went after a couple bigger names, but we're only got him signed for $9.5 million. We had too many holes. We couldn't go after the Juan Sotos in the world. But that's going to be it for Santander's day, and the Angels do get a win. Win this one 5-3. So it's nice to see get a rare win in spring training here. Austin Martin out there in the outfield. We're excited to see what he can turn into. And Sandoval gets the win. Ben Joyce with the save. And 5 run on 10 hits, only 1 error. Now we're jumping in again here, people. We got a couple of people we want to look at. Some jobs up for grabs. White Sox taking on the Angels now, who are 3-7. Getting a couple of wins here. I don't know if we're going to be over 500 in spring training. Doesn't really matter though. We're more focused on the players that want to earn a job at opening day. And Shane Bieber does take the mound. Bit of a rough sprain, but he's just getting the feel of things here. We're not too worried about it. We like what we see out of him. He's just shaking off the rust. He's shaking off all that winter drinking. And Alex Verdugo. 0-1 count. And Austin Martin at second base, which he's probably going to get more playing time than out in the outfield. He is a utility player. He can play short as well, what he was drafted as. But he starts things off with a double play here. And we like him defensively. I just want to see more power in his bats. He is good for hitting that average. But definitely would like to see him and reach at least 10-15 home runs this year. I don't know if we'll be able to see 20. But we could get some stolen bases with him too. He does have some speed. And some back-to-back double plays here out of the infield. You love to see that. That's some chemistry between teams. He did hit his first major league home run after being traded to LA. As he gets a hold of a slider here. This one back just short of the warning track, and that will end the third. But that's the lack of power we're talking about. He is a smaller guy and all, but still, we'd like to see him get a hold of a couple balls this year. Like this. If he can square it up, if you're going to throw it right down the middle, it's a wall scraper, but it's still out of here. And this game, the Angels have the lead now, thanks to Austin Martin. Oh, baby. His second home run this spring, 418 feet. And the win does not matter. Ron Washington likes what he sees there. He is going to be battling with Luis Renfido for most of the time at second base. But they will have a little bit of a platoon as well, as Martin can move around the field defensively. That's one of the reasons why we traded for him. Now, Eloy Jimenez, a former Arizona Diamondback hero in our Diamondback franchise, which we'll probably get some more episodes out soon, but we're more focused on the A's right now since we definitely are having more fun playing MLB 24 right now. There is definitely some improvements, I would say, over 2 years. I don't know after 1 year, but 2 years you can notice a little bit of a difference. I'll give him that. As Austin Martin, he does look like he could potentially be a Gold Glove runner-up at second base too. Doesn't make many errors. Gets things done. He's got speed. And now, bottom seventh, man on first. Facing Jared Schuster. Schuster, hardly knew her. And this one, oh, he does make good contact, but that's lined right at the shortstop. And that's going to end the inning. So Austin Martin, we like what he sees defensively out of him. And there is Jefferson Cuero's brother, Edward Cuero. But he's going to ground one to Austin Martin, and it's going to be another double play. There's quite a bit of brothers in the MLB. Potentially, we could go after him as well. Edward Cuero just can't get it done there. They're probably having a little beer on the beach after the game here. Louis Robert, he is someone that we considered going after a trade for if the Angels are in a playoff spot by the deadline, as the White Sox just seem to be in no man's land. And there we go, he grounds out. He's got some speed. He could be a solid left fielder for us, and we could move Taylor Ward to third base. That was our thinking. As he pops this one up, go ahead run into right field. Man, oh man. Alright. Going extra innings here, spring training. And the White Sox do win this one. So the Angels' spring training struggles are real. There are some positive things to look at, but not the greatest spring training here. A little bit worrisome as we head into opening day soon, as we're sitting 13 and 18. Going to be under 500. We got one more person to look at here, trying to earn a job here before spring training ends. Mike Trout, don't worry, your job is safe. You've earned it. Reed Detmers takes the mound. And his spring training's been a little bit rough, so hopefully he can turn things around in his final appearance here in his 7th game. But he looks to be warmed up. We're fine with him being the number 2 guy in the rotation. Takes the pressure of him being an ace. And Brett Batty, he's hitting 156 this spring. So I just want to see what we can do with him. Try and see if he's got potential to stay on the opening day roster. Don't want to see him strike out so much, but he makes sweet contact there. Grounds out. Now 2-2, bottom 4th. Facing Max Fried, one of the pitchers that we considered signing, but we went after Shane Bieber instead. So we already got 2 solid lefties in our rotation. And that's 2 ground outs now for Brett Batty. Just can't get the ball in the air. Defensively, we like him. He's solid. He's got good arm strength. He can recover when it's hit down the third base line. But this one's slow chopped at him, and he's got all the time in the world. And he fires a bullet. Gets his man, Mookie Betts. Slow chopper, no big deal. Now Batty, bottom 6, looking for a hit. And he gets jammed, 101 inside. But it does not drop. It looked like it had potential there. Now bottom 8th, Kershaw pitching out of the bullpen. The old man. And this one is fair. Alright. He's 1 for 4. At least we get a hit with him. He does make contact with the ball every at bat today, so he doesn't strike out. We have a 1-run lead here. 0-2 count. Man on first. Luis Renfredo 3 for 3. And strikes out. Kershaw gets him. Austin Martin too. That's another reason why we got him. Renfredo is a free agent this season, so if he does walk, Austin Martin is there. And we do have Rowdy Jordan as well, another utility player. As Brett Baty shows off some speed, going from first to third. No issues there. Now the Angels trying to add on. Logan Ohape, solid contact. Austin Martin hitting .293 this spring. And it looks like he's going to make the opening day roster spots here, having a solid spring. An 0-1 count. This one chopped to seconds. And that's going to be getting them. So no runs for the Angels here. And the Dodgers, top of the 9th, 1-2 count. Mookie Betts, once again, at the plate. Dodgers down by 1. And this one right to Brett Baty again. And he's got his man. Mookie Betts by a big old step there. Not even close. Now James Outman. 0-1 counts. Can't make an error here. Need a solid throw from Brett Baty. Oh, right to short. And he got him. Baty already heading to the dugout. He knew the game was over. And Angels win the final game of spring training here. So definitely some positives. We'd like to see some guys that we know are going to make the opening day start. Brett Baty will be starting the year down in AAA. He needs to work on some contact and power. He's got good vision. Defense is alright. But some things to work on here. He does have options to send him down to. And looking at our pitchers here who have made opening day. There's your 5. Zach Plesac will start in AAA. Same as Chase Cheney, Michael Darrell Hicks, James Duprelin, Victor Medeiros, Bryce Osmond, and Jack Gotcha. I'm not even trying to pronounce his last name. I can't. Bullpen, you got Maton, Wantz, Herbert, Joyce, Sariano, Tejado, Patino. And then you got Baraki, Anthony Bass, Andre Palante, Bachman, Norris, Knox. Then you got Jose Leclerc as our closer here. Seeing how he's going to look as an Angel. The former Ranger. And then you got Logan Ohape, Carson Kelly as your catchers here. Jefferson Caro down in AAA. 22 years old. Does have some things to work on. Nolan Chanuel. And then you got Evan White, Ivan Melendez down there as depth at first base. Ivan Melendez, former Diamondback prospect. Luis Renfredo at second. Brian Anderson. Anthony Rendon at third. Brett Baty down in AAA. Try and see if we can get some more power out of him. See how he does in AAA. He is 25, so he's pushing that button. Zach Neto at shortstop. Taylor Ward. Joe Adell will be the 4th outfielder. Mike Trout. Austin Martin will be the utility guy for us. And Anthony Santander, DH, with Mickey Moniak at right field. Santander, he got 5 home runs this spring, so we'll see what he can do. And we're excited for year 2, people. Until next time, bye.